guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tracy, and for today's video I'm doing a fun fold card. It is a slimline card using the Pretty Perennials stamp set from the new mini catalogue. It is $1 million stamp set. It's on page 31 and it's 𝐷𝐸𝐼𝐼𝐼's stamp set. So let me show you the card that we're going to create. It is this one here. It is huge and really pretty with soft pastel colours. Now before we get started, if you haven't signed up for my emails yet, if you could do that, the link is in the description of this video. I will have tons of inspiration, updates and tutorial for you as well. Alright, let's get started. All the supplies I'm using for today's card can be seen on the screen. Head over to my blog where you can find all the measurements, and the supplies are listed over there as well. This is a huge slimline card and would make a perfect thank you card, a get well card, or just a happy birthday, why not? So I'm using basic white thick cardstock. It measures 8 by 11.5 inches, scored at 4 inches. We've got basic black card that is 3 3/4 by 11.25 inch. And the basic white thick card is 3.5 by 11 inches. That is our matting pieces. We're also using some Pool Party cardstock and some basic black for our sentiment. And the Pool Party measures 4 by 1.5. The black the black card is 4 by 1 3/4. So I've got a piece of the basic white thick here as well. We're going to stamp with Pool Party, Soft Seafoam, So Saffron and Petal Pink. These are the 4 colours that I'm using. Now if you're in need of the Pretty Perennial bundle or any other supplies for your stamping and projects, you can purchase them in my online store. Use the hostess code for this month, and not only will I send you a handmade card, which is our customer appreciation card for this month, you'll also receive a bundle tutorial that's packed full of inspiration and fun. And I love to spoil my customers, and I really appreciate your business and your support by shopping through me. Okay, so we've got 4 of each of these flowers in each of the 4 colours, and we're going to go through and stamp the centres with the Memento Tuxedo black ink. These really make these flowers pop. Even though they're in really subtle colours, it's just so beautiful when they're stamped in the black centres, and you'll see that in just a second. Now this card actually goes together really quickly. I think the most time it takes me to do anything is the die cutting. Yeah, but that's not too bad. See how much that really pops up now? And this would make a really great background for a card. So we're going to get onto the sentiment here, and we're going to heat emboss with the Whisper White embossing powder. I'm going to stamp the sentiment Happy and Birthday in 𝒉𝒐𝒔𝒕 ink and using the white embossing powder. Now there's heaps of sentiments that you can choose from in this stamp set. It's a really great all-rounder, and you can't go wrong with florals. I think this month's blog hop, Fabulous Florals, you're going to see so many different designs and products used with florals. Stampin' Up do one thing very well, and that is florals for sure. So we're going to use the heat tool here to heat up this embossing powder. Once it's melted, it becomes nice and glossy and shiny, and you know that it's ready to go. So I've just popped out that one die, and we're going to die cut all those. I've done it off camera because it does take a little while, and we end up with 4 of each of these beautiful colours. So I'm using my white matting piece here, and we're just going to grab our sentiment piece and glue them 2 together. It just leaves a nice little black edge on the top and bottom of our sentiment piece. And it's going to go in the middle. So I'm just going to arrange my flowers now. Some are going to be popped up, some are going to be used. I'm just going to actually glue down with liquid adhesive, and I'm mixing all the colours around a little bit. That is my mum's hand. So she came over while I was filming and was chatting to me while I was filming. So, and pointed out a few things that I could have changed, but that's okay. Thanks for your help. And yeah, so I'm just going to pop some dimensionals down on some things, and we'll be gluing some down. So one thing about my mum, she is my biggest support. So thank you, Mum, for coming over and talking to me while I was filming. And this is pretty much how the card goes. So I'm just going to quickly pop everything down. We're going to pop heaps of dimensionals down for our sentiment, and then pretty much just glue all our layers together. It's a really simple card. And then there's just one last thing to do, is pop some jewels down. So I've actually sped this up quite a lot because it's boring otherwise. So I'm going to pop some dimensionals down here for our sentiment. Easy. I'm attaching it to the black matting because I want to make sure that it's even all the way around, and it was a little hard to see white on white. This just makes it a little bit easier to make sure that it's centered. So I highly recommend putting it on the basic black piece before you're putting your sentiment down. And we're just going to glue down this basic black matting as well. You could pop it up again, but I think it's popped up enough. Now, because this is a huge card, you really will probably have to hand deliver, and you know, I wouldn't recommend making an envelope either, but you could if you're smart. So I've got some elegant faceted gems here, and they just create a little bit of extra. They're a bit blingy, but they're also a bit muted, so they worked really well with this project. And because these cards are so big, I've got to pop them on the side to fit them in the camera. Thanks so much for joining me today. I hope you've enjoyed today's slimline card using the Pretty Perennials bundle. If you would like to purchase that, the link is in the description of this video, and my email link is also there in the description, so go ahead and sign up for that. I have another video back here for you very soon, so hopefully you can join me. Until then, have a wonderful day everyone. Bye bye.
Are you hearing my words I'm saying to you? 'Cause I'm looking in your eyes.